Chris Baker with Baker DMM. This is our video digest newsletter. Topic of today's newsletter is going to be the need for financial monitoring services. And before I jump into our discussion, I want to read you a quote. Quote states, "The federal government should encourage the banking and financial services sector to offer monitoring services to protect assets from fraud and exploitation." And that quote came from the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology report to the President that was titled Independence, Technology, and Connection in Older Age. And this report came out in March of 2016. And really, I wanted to bring it up today because the report it's a really long report and covers a lot of different areas. But it was written by a number of different people, a lot of different professionals from academia, from the nonprofit, from the government sectors, all come together to put together this huge report that was supposed to go to the President of the United States. And as I mentioned, it talks about a lot of different areas. We're focused on the financial section, and I think that was recommendation 7 in the report. And in the end, I think it's the first line of that section, and they say that, look, the federal government should start trying to push more of the banking and the financial services sector to make readily available these monitoring services for people that are aging, for people that have cognitive impairments, physical impairments, that where they are unable to do these things that so many of us that are healthy cognitively and physically can do on a day-to-day basis. We can get on our phones, we can get on our iPads, we can get on our computers and monitor and check our accounts, whereas a lot of these older individuals and people with disabilities cannot. So this report is directly saying that we need more of these services available for these individuals. And the reason why is to help these people, number one, protect their assets, protect their financial resources, and to help them retain their independence as they age in their lives, so they don't have to give up their rights, and they can stay in control and still call the shots, no matter if they're unable to actually physically or mentally able to do it on their own at some point in their life. And we're here, our company, Baker DMM, really our whole purpose of being here is to serve on the front lines of our clients and to provide these kind of financial monitoring services for our clients, and particularly for people that are aging and people with disabilities, so we can be that independent, third-party, professional accounting firm that provides daily money management services for our clients. And this could be things like giving them financial advice, helping them pay their bills, reviewing financial mail, and which additionally includes providing financial monitoring services, which means we're reviewing their financial accounts, their bank accounts, their credit card accounts, whatever accounts they give us the ability and the authorization to help review, we'll do it, and we'll make sure that their money's being handled, whether it's an inflow or outflow, in the way that it should be handled, and ultimately in the end to help make sure they're not being taken advantage of, and to make sure that the correct bills are getting paid at the correct time to the correct vendor, and no one's digging into their pocket more than they should and taking money in an unauthorized or fraudulent manner. And in a big picture, in a real big picture, this benefits everybody in society. Not only does it benefit the person that's aging or the person with disability, because we're helping protect their financial resources and their financial interest. Not only does it protect them and help them, but it also protects the taxpayer, because in the end, if within the United States, in our society, if someone becomes destitute, particularly someone with disabilities or someone that's in their elder years, and they don't have the resources any longer to help pay for their bills and their medical and their housing, well, guess who pays for it? It's the citizens, the taxpayers, who are actively working and actively paying taxes. So we pay our taxes to the government. Government takes our money and then basically allocates that amongst the federal government and even to the state governments so they can distribute these funds to subsidies to these individuals in different government programs of all different types and sorts. So the longer that we can keep these resources, these financial resources in the hands of the rightful owner and help them retain their independence for these elders and these individuals with disabilities, help them retain their independence and help them make their assets and their financial resources last as long as we possibly can without criminals and unscrupulous family members and people from halfway around the world taking their money in a fraudulent manner. If we can help prevent that, that in the end, when you circle back to it, that's actually helping the taxpayer as well. So there's a lot of different reasons, why we should be concerned about this. And as these individuals in this report state, these people from academia, nonprofit, government, they're saying that we need to be able to provide more financial monitoring services for individuals such as aging and people with disabilities that aren't able to do these things that most healthy adults are able to do on their own. And that's where we fit in. We're doing our part in our community. We reached out to our Attorney General in the state of Georgia, who's Christopher Carr. We tried to connect with him as well as a number of other individuals, just to communicate to them what we do and how we're trying to help our community and our society by being a resource provider. And hopefully in your community, you do some research online, you can find other daily money management firms or companies that provide similar services for your loved one, or maybe you need it. And hopefully they're in your community, that we can spread the word and make it more known that there are services out there and available to help you or your loved one or your family member or your friend, and make sure that they get the right people helping them to protect their money. And in the end, remember, not only are we helping protect that person that's aging or the person with disability, but we're protecting all of us, each of us, because we want to help eliminate wasteful spending, losing money, because in the end, the taxpayer is going to end up footing that bill. So if you found this video information interesting or helpful, please feel free to share it on your social media channels. This could be with your family, your friends, or whoever you think might benefit from viewing the information. If you ever have a question you'd like for me to answer directly in one of our newsletters, go to our website, www.bakerdmm.com. Scroll to the bottom, fill out your information, write a few sentences, and I'll try to answer that in one of our upcoming newsletters. And if you ever like to get my help personally and directly, go to our website. At the top of the page, you'll find our phone number as well as a request an appointment button. And if you scroll to the bottom and you'd like to book a direct phone consulting session, click on the PayPal button, enter your information. And with any of these options, I'll be in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours to confirm and schedule our appointment. And until then, I will talk to you all soon.